The Cactus Kid is not without its problems. For example, Mickey decides to just pull Minnie's nose at one point. That doesn't really seem acceptable behaviour. But at the same time, it's not surprising. This Mickey Mouse short was released in 1930. Around this time, a lot of Mickey's interactions with Minnie were quite aggressive, quite forceful, certainly not very kind towards Minnie. There are a few exceptions, but Mickey definitely saw himself as a bit of an alpha who could do whatever he wanted to Minnie Mouse. That definitely comes across in the Cactus Kid. But I have to say, the actual animation itself I liked, and I loved the sound effects. I loved the sound of the hoofs, which I will explain. But this was released, as I said, in 1930, directed by Walt Disney, and stars Walt Disney as Mickey Mouse. We also have Marcellite Garner as Minnie, and Pete is voiced by Pinto Colvig. Pete doesn't exactly look like the Pete we know today, but they're getting there. They're slowly getting there with their more quintessential Disney design. And this is very similar to a lot of similar shorts that appeared around this time, where Mickey is in a western town. A lot of similar ones are set in pubs and locations like that. And Minnie is apparently a Mexican version of herself here. Mickey tries to woo her, and it doesn't go down very well. But then suddenly Pegleg Pete, who I believe was called Pegleg Pedro, comes along and is a threat to Minnie. And suddenly Mickey has a chance to be the hero. He's actually riding on Horace Horsecollar, which I think is brilliant. The animation of that character always amuses me, and the sound effects of the horse's hooves galloping, I love. It's not perfect. It's not perfectly in sync with the animation. Maybe it was at one point, I don't know. But at the moment, it's not. But I really enjoyed it. The animation itself, I like the setting, I like the westerns. I love western-based Mickey Mouse shorts, or anything. It always makes me smile at least a little bit. But the treatment of Minnie Mouse is definitely questionable. Definitely a product of its time. It doesn't excuse Mickey's behaviour, but it does explain it. So the film itself is not perfection. This is actually, I believe, the first time Marcellite Garner appears as Minnie Mouse officially. And obviously she goes on to voice Minnie Mouse for a very long time. So although the treatment of Minnie is pretty awful, we do get a positive step in the right direction for the character. I enjoyed it enough. I liked the animation style. I liked the narrative development. You know, we get Mickey's initial attitude towards Minnie. It's not very great. She's not really taken by him. But then he has a chance to turn it around and actually help her. So we have some nice character development there. It's not bad. It's certainly not the worst of Mickey's behaviour. The Cactus Kid may not be my favourite, but it's still one that's worth a watch.